Oh my, it just came out of nowhere, like no warning. So that's why the mom left them. We saw this scene in another episode. That makes so much sense now. Wow, this was a good episode, but man, I have to say that flash forward scene takes the cake. Just seeing that event, that event that would lead to the future, what we already know, seeing the city being destroyed, seeing a lot of people being killed, like, man, that was crazy. And the two messed up part that they showed was one, seeing the lady in the middle of the street, watching everything being destroyed. And we see her see a missile coming down on her, big explosion, and then we see her arm and only her arm. And I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then another messed up part, which I thought it was really, really sad, was seeing the little boy crying out for help, crying out for someone to help his dad while his dad is laying dead in front of him. I'm like, Sigma, man, you crazy SOB. And while this whole madness thing is happening, Soe and her family are trying to get away from it. Her dad is trying his best to drive around broken cars. Things are being destroyed in front of them, blowing up. And as they were running away, thinking everything is safe, one missile is coming down in front of them and boom, everything goes south. Everything's destroyed. A lot of people are hurt. A lot of people are trying to run away. And Soe and her family are trying to get away from all this. But then they encounter this random dude who thinks Soe is his daughter. And I'm thinking, wait, this doesn't make any sense. Why this random guy is doing this? But in my mind, I'm thinking maybe he did have a daughter who died at that moment, and now he's very traumatized, and I guess he saw a little girl who resembles his daughter, and yeah, probably. So as they were trying to find a safe place, we see the random guy again, and he stabs Soye's mom with a broken glass, and eventually the dad got rid of him, good, but the mom, she knew she was hurt. She knew she didn't have enough time. Well, she didn't have enough time left. There was no way that she was going to go to the hospital, to be honest, with everything that's going on. So the dad found this bunker, and it's the same bunker. It's the same bunker that we saw in another flash forward scene. I don't know which episode it was, but we saw a scene of the mom leaving both the dad and Soe, and we saw Soe crying. But the thing was, the first time we saw it, we didn't know what that scene meant until now. And the mom knew that she didn't have enough time. She told Soe that she's going to go on a long trip. Soe knows it's a lie. And pretty much she says goodbye, closed the door of the bunker. She's outside just waiting for the nuke to happen. And yeah, she got killed by the nuke. So now certain things make sense. That flash forward scene of the mom leaving her family, that makes sense now. Seeing that the bunker is definitely their home now. And it's the same bunker that we've seen in other flash forward scenes of the future. So yeah, that was the beginning of everything pretty much. So at the beginning of the episode, we see Soe and Taesul go to an amusement park. They have a good time. What I thought was really interesting is having both characters interact with the people that they know. So Soe interacted with her mom before she died, and Taesul had a small little encounter with a young Soe. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty interesting. But then Taesul gets a phone call from Sigma, and he's just toying around with him, asking him, which one are you going to save, the girl or the world? And yeah, like Sigma is just toying with him, and out of nowhere, he said, I reported Soe to the control barrel. And then eventually, Soe got shot. She got hurt again. Has there ever been an episode where she didn't get hurt? But anyway, she got shot. She saw her mom trying to find young Soe. And then, yeah, she got captured by the control barrel again. So now we're at the headquarters of the control barrel. This scene is right after watching that flash forward scene. And Soe is tied to a chair. She's gonna be interrogated. Hyun-sung, he wanted to interrogate her, not Hyun-gi, because right now Hyun-gi is in a position where he wants revenge, because we know that he's been told a lie, that Sohye killed his mom, and he's at the point of murder. So pretty much Hyun-sung said, I'm gonna do it, you're not, and then he gets dragged away, and then Hyun-sung, he injected Sohye with something, but it's a type of whatever it is to make her disappear. So if Sohye gets injected like maybe 3 times, she's gonna disappear like a ghost. So he pretty much gave her a warning, like, hey, if you lie to me or don't answer, I'm gonna inject you with this and you'll be gone. And the one thing he asked was, why did you encounter Taesul? What plan do you guys have? And Soe, she pretty much, well, she kind of answered the question, but at the same time not answer it. She was like, well, you guys know everything, so why ask me? And then she got it injected twice. And that was it for the interrogation until later on, where Hyun-gi, he took one of his comrades' ID and just started interrogating Soe. And like, it's crazy just seeing that interrogation where it's like, man, she didn't kill your mom. You're being told a lie. When is that going to be revealed? You know? But at the same time, like, you can't hate on Hyun-gi because he's been told a lie, obviously. And everything that he's doing is because of that lie. And I can't wait for the moment where he finds out the truth. Oh yeah, there's one thing I can't leave out though. It's CEO Park. He saw that Sono was hurt and he was not responsive at all. And he knew that he had a kidney problem. So he called out one of the control barrel goons and pretty much was almost to whoop his ass. Almost. But instead, he was trying to make a deal in like jailbreaking and helping Sono by giving him his pills. Eventually, he does. And just seeing that scene, like, we know how much CEO Park has been talking so much trash about Sono, how he can't do everything right and yada yada. That scene alone proves that even though he talks down on him a lot, he does care for him like a son. And then while all that is happening, Taesul is trying to find Soe, which he does a really good job in remembering and listening to everything when they got captured by the control barrel, like listening to if there was a game on that day, listening to the GPS, was there a hospital nearby and stuff like that. That was pretty good. Like, he was very observant of every single thing that passed by. And eventually they found out that it was a hospital that Sojin works. And yeah, the headquarters of the control barrel is at a hospital in a restricted area. And to get in, Jason has to be, well, I should put in quotes, has to be Eddie Kim. And the closest thing they got to being Eddie Kim was wearing lenses that would resemble Eddie Kim's eyes. And eventually he got in. And then during that time, Hyun-gi was interrogating Soe. And then out of nowhere, we see them turning on the sprinklers. And then during that interrogation, Soe was like, he's here. And then we see Taesul inside the hospital. And that was it on the episode. Again, this was a really good episode, but man, that flash forward scene was definitely the highlight. We got to see the event that led to the future, what we already know. And it made all of the flash forward scenes make so much sense. Like the bunker that they live. Why did the mom leave the family? And just seeing Sigma's idea of destroying the city was just first missiles first and then a complete nuke. It's almost like he was a little boy, you know, like playing with his toys, and then out of nowhere he just throws it away. You know what I mean? Well, that was a bad comparison, to be honest, but you know what I mean? Like, he was just toying around, just throwing missiles, while he could have just nuked the whole city with just one go, but instead he just, you know, missiles first to see how things go, ha 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 ha, and then nuke. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Sigma was definitely toying around. And it's just crazy how sadistic this guy is. And it's like, man, that's crazy. So yeah, that was pretty much the gist of the episode. If there's anything else that I might have missed, please leave it in the comments below. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on the flash forward scene, because that scene was so crazy. And usually I don't watch trailers of the next episode, but I did for this for episode 10. Things are getting pretty interesting. This time they're meeting up with the dad, and yeah, it's getting really interesting now. So anyway, if you guys like this review, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.